Alright, folks, so it is day 83, and I want to share something with you. I finally decided to step back on and monitor the scale this morning to see where I have come down from. Now, as you know, Monday I picked up a 4 pound weight gain over the celebration that I done for my friend's birthday party over the weekend, which only consisted of 2 days. And I thought a lot of it was maybe some water or undigested food, but I have been back to intermittent fasting steadily since Monday, the way I'm supposed to be. I've been using the sub fast to help with the weight loss or get my body back under control. Now you got to understand that this is 4 days later, cause Sunday is when I had the hiccup and the uncontrollable hunger urges. What I call my beer munchies from the beer. Like I said, I did not know that was a thing, and I just wanted to share with you where I am on the scale now, because this is going to be an interesting topic for today. Now, last Wednesday, which was almost a week ago, I had gotten under 40 pounds of weight loss, and that 40 pounds occurred at 288 pounds, because I started at 228. I'm at 328 was my starting weight. So the studies show that hold one second. Glucose and insulin to be able to function optimally. Cannot lose weight. That is. I had to cut YouTube down. But anyway, as of 288 pounds, down from 328, I had hit under 40 pounds. So over the weekend, going all the way back up to 291 was putting me back up a little bit above that 40 pound weight loss mark. Now, I managed to get all the way down to 286 last Wednesday. So today, let's show you what's going on with me. Please step on the scale. Okay. Waiting on the lady to talk to me.
Your weight is 287.6 pounds.
Okay, so you hear that. Sorry, it's still really early. It's only 6 a.m. 6:03 to be exact. Okay, so you hear that. I haven't quite got back down to where I was before I started seeing the weight increase. And you got to remember one important thing. During my whole process since January 1st, this was the only time that I actually had a weight increase at all. It's been a slow and steady decline in weight the whole time. So yeah, it has taken me 4 days to get back down to where I was at my weight loss. So my thing is, do not fear the scale no matter what, because it, like I've always said, it will tell you what's going on with you. I am within ounces of regaining my weight loss back to where it was before I decided to party. Like I said, you got to hold yourself accountable in some way, and that scale is the way I do it. Now, it is Thursday, and it has taken me my whole week to get back to where I was, where if I had have been under control, or had things a little more under control and not let myself go so badly, then right now I would be, on a downward spiral toward even more weight loss. I could be even looking at a 50-pound weight loss by the end of this week had I not have went to the extremes. Now, saying that does not mean I regret any of it. I still had a good time, and I knew that I could get back to a manageable situation, and that's what I have done. But I just wanted to make you aware of how the struggle back down can be. A lot of people would see this going on with themselves, and that is concerning to me because a lot of people would give up. Luckily, the intermittent fasting is so powerful, you can just jump right back on the bandwagon and continue your journey. It's just that easy to flip the switch back on. Now, I would say if you're going to do any kind of drinking celebration, do it with good old-fashioned whiskey, or some type of clear, or some bourbon, or some type of clear liquor or something like that. Because you ever heard those saying liquor is quicker? Well, that might be the way to go. And most alcohols don't even have a lot of carbs. If you look at the information, I think a lot of brands don't even have carbohydrates in them. But that doesn't matter to me. I don't count carbs. Carbs are not my thing. That's a thing of the past for me. Yeah, you got to watch those. Definitely watch those beers. They will create those munchies for you. I'm pretty sure any alcohol will. Your body starts craving food a little more heavily when you're doing a little drinking. So it is something to be mindful of for sure, because it can ruin your results. It may have been a little more than just water weight. I think a lot of it was water weight coming back off, but some of that weight gain, that was actually stored back into fat. So it's taking a little longer to get off, but I'm right there at it. I'd say within the next couple of days I should be back where I was, and maybe even under. So by next Monday, we are hoping for a weight loss result, and it's probably going to be in the result of about maybe 1 pound to 2 pounds of loss overall between last week and this, which is really exciting considering the fact that you think I picked up 4 pounds. But that scale will tell you a lot about what's going on with you. I am living proof of it. You don't believe me? Just go look at my scale weights for the past few weeks, and you will see. So, even though I had a weight gain at the end of the day, because like I said, last Wednesday I was down to 286, and that was part of last week. Even the slight gain was a part of last week. But this official weigh-in last Monday was the first weight gain that I experienced on the scale, and I documented it as such within that video. So it's good. This coming Monday is going to be very interesting, because it's going to show probably a 1 to 3 pounds, somewhere in that vicinity, of weight loss by Monday. But I just wanted to say that before I got woke up and going this morning. Alright, y'all guys, stay tuned for the rest of the day coming soon. Thank you. All right, folks. So it is the end of the day, and we had a pretty decent day. We started out with one of the half a sub sandwich that I had in the refrigerator. Excuse me. I'm gonna get me a mint. Dang. Clear my throat. Alright, we started out the day with a sub. The 6-inch that we put up from yesterday, we got it out of the refrigerator, that rotisserie chicken sub, and I had it this morning and I really enjoyed it. Can't say enough good things about that sub. I can see definitely more of that type of sandwich in my future. And the grilled chicken is good as well, but I kind of favor that rotisserie. It's pretty good. I put a little extra barbecue sauce on there that I had in the refrigerator because I got honey mustard on it, but they were real skimpy with it. So I got that Maurice's spicy southern barbecue sauce that I got a few weeks ago that I've had stored in the refrigerator, and I put a little bit of that on there. And yeah, buddy, I'm here to tell you that done the trick. It made it even better. So that was this morning's food. So later, I say I had that sub around 10. Yeah, it was about 10 a.m. About 15 after 10, I ate that 6-inch sub. And the wife and I took my daughter to school, and she wanted to, because she's having issues again with her, situation. She finally got a diagnosis of endometriosis, and is going to be seeing about that further come next Thursday. We got a new doctor, and also the good news is she has qualified for a hospital sponsorship. So everything, all her procedures that she has to get done is going to be paid for, and we no longer have to worry about that. At least not all of it, because I think it pays up to 90% or something like that of the cost. So yeah, that's kind of a big deal. So we're lucky to have that sponsorship go through like it has. But like I was saying, we went and took my daughter to her school program. About 12:30, we've been dropping her off. They've had scheduling issues, and since this whole COVID thing, people don't want to work like they used to, so they're having to constantly bring in new hires and stuff like that, hoping someone will stay on the job, long enough to get a full schedule back. But right now we're dealing with these half-day schedules, and that's been going on now for a little over a month. So yeah, we've had a lot of stuff going on within the past month. But anyway, she wanted to get that stir fry again. Because the refried beans and actually the steak and the chicken and everything, and that is good for building iron. And it's a relatively healthy meal. I'd say on the level of Subway. All those grilled vegetables and stuff in there. Plus, you get that salad with a guacamole and a tiny bit of sour cream on there. Yeah, it's the perfect little healthy meal, and we come out pretty good, because it's called a mixed fajita. Well, steak and chicken fajita. A mixed fajita is what it's called. So we got that, and yeah, I ate mine in some shells, a couple of shells there, and Yeah, it was good. I always love that. I love that she loves it because it's really good for her with her situation going on. So I compromised and I got that as my second meal today. So I still have one whole sub to the good in the refrigerator still. There's no rules to uh, this diet. The biggest rule to it is the intermittent fasting window. How much you take in, you know, uh, and when you consume it actually is a part of it as well because I was actually done eating before 1:30 p.m. Like I say, we dropped my daughter off at 12:30, and the Mexican restaurant that we go to is just right around the corner from it. You can literally throw a rock from her school to where it is. So I was done eating by 1:30 p.m. and that was my last meal. I'm looking at the clock now. It is 5:43, so I've been 3 hours, 3.5 hours, something like that, without food already since the Mexican food. So my window closed pretty early. And if you think about that for a minute, because it was kind of a similar pattern to that all week long, so I'm getting more than a 16-hour fast in every day. If I had to guess, it's somewhere around 21 hours, and probably eating within a 3.5 hour window between my two meals. So I have really, really been, I got to emphasize this, I have really, really been getting in the fasting window within my eating schedule. Even though I practice a 9 to 5 schedule, that is set in place for just in case my meals do get spread out. But if I can eat like that closer together and extend my fasts even longer, I really feel the benefit from that. And that, and only that, is when you can eat a little more. At least that's my theory anyway. It's worked so far for me, and I have eaten some pretty crazy things you've all seen in the past. I'll take weeks where I eat nothing but steak finger plates and cheeseburgers all week long, and when I do that, it's a similar pattern to that within a 3-hour eating window. So just keep in mind that I am getting a lot of fasting time in there. Just keep that in mind when you see me eating like that, because I don't want you to think, if you've got an 8-hour window, and you're eating a little extra, and Tom's doing it. I don't want to mislead anyone here. That you figure, you can have an early meal and a late meal, because that might affect your scale weight. Sure enough. So just keep that in mind while you're trucking along, because I don't know if I've put that out there before, but I want to be honest with everyone how it works, because I don't want nobody to say I'm a fraud, because I fluctuate my window big time, and when I'm going to eat some primarily junk type food, or if I'm going to eat extra, like I did today with the Mexican food, I keep that window of my eating window pretty tight. It's usually like this, but when I do that, it's more like this. If that makes sense to you, and that's why it's successful with me, and it will be for you too if you keep that in mind. But be sure to keep that in mind. Now I guess we'll go with little afterthoughts. Back to the scale. I do not fear the scale. I've said it many times. I'll put it to you this way. If I wanted to lie to you, I would say, don't worry about the scale. Don't pay no attention to it. Get you an app on your phone, and that app will tell you how to eat and tell you the carbs and tell you the calories and tell you everything you need to know about yourself to lose weight. And you never have to worry about the scale. A lot of people will tell you that. If I wanted to lie to you, I would say, buy my product. Buy my Noom device. All you need is this one little device to breathe into, and it will tell you everything you need to know from your smartphone. Do not pay attention to the scale. If I wanted to lie to you, I would say, buy my book. It's full of information that can help you lose weight. I've put a lot of time and study and years into it, but do not pay attention to that scale. If I wanted to lie to you and cheat you out of your money, and you brought me an ounce of gold, and that, let's just say hypothetically that ounce of gold was worth $100. I know it's probably worth more these days and times, but we're going to go with $100. You brought me an ounce of gold and you told me I want my $100 in melt value for this ounce of gold. And then I tell you, well, I will give you $75 for this gold because it is not quite an ounce of gold. But you know in your mind that you have done weighed this gold and it is an ounce of gold. Then would you trust the scale? Food for thought. We will see you tomorrow. Until then, you folks have a good one.